Is he suffering now because Mane is not there? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of questions about Liverpool and Hendo. Has he passed it? So many questions I have about Liverpool, but also Arsenal is going to win the title at this rate. And you know,
don't try and gas up my man. Don't try, gaslight it up. Don't try that, me, bro. Is this geezer for real, Hey, have a word with Roger, bro. What are you talking to? Man's a veteran in this thing, family.
Crazy. Try to draw you out,
Try to draw man out. Yo, gas. You must speak my names.
Yo,
you must think I'm a Tottenham fan right there, fam. No. Big gun specialist right here, fam.
Yo,
you get me? Don't draw me out like that. But nah, none of that. Listen.
Sure. Affinity Xtra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Xtra.
Yeah, people, this is your boy here watching more here on Affinity Xtra, celebrating gospel music of black origin, but we're here celebrating football, but football from a kind of biased black person's viewpoint, which, as we're trying to kick out racism right about now, I think we are fair play to be privileged that we only got 2 weeks, two rounds of games to take the knee, so we're only worth 2 weeks, even though we're about 30-40% of the professional ballers in this country. But just as a side thing, don't worry about the racism that we're facing every and how hard it is, the abuse that we get away with. But it's only a minor thing anyway. But we won't bring that into account. We just smile and wave because our footballers accept it, i.e. Rashford. But anyway, right. So before we get into the show anymore, still, alongside DJ Haych and alongside the quietest member, he's just coming in. He's coming into the Zoom, guys. He's coming into the Zoom. But listen, guys, we got plenty to talk about this weekend. All bets are off. In terms of what's going to be happening when it comes to the Premier League, but we're gonna break down. We're gonna go down through the results. I had to just do a quick catch up on all the goals. Serie A, big up to my cousins them down at Milan doing their thing still. Dealing with the old lady, the young lady, whichever way you want to look at it anyway. Still, but it's the way it goes. Okay, then still, Let me just bring add a pin. Okay. Because Anthony, he's not wearing his Juventus shirt still, you know what I mean? I think he's retired the shirt for a few seasons still.
Greetings, Brunch.
Yo.
Bro, I don't even know what's going on in Serie A this weekend. Tell me, fill me in.
Milan
From what you're saying, it's a typical Juventus, flattering to deceive again.
Milan beat Juventus 2-0.
We're at San Siro.
Yes, San Siro. Yeah. San Siro. Raphael is interesting because the problem with Milan is they don't have the quality and depth to deal with the English teams. Like in the week they got buoyed by
they got boxed up. They got boxed up by Chelsea.
They got boxed up by Chelsea. But they just have this way of desire because the weekend before they were drawing 1-1. The team come back 1-1 in injury time, and they just knocked in 2 goals in injury time, and they got some good young brothers. And Tomori went back. I think he got dizzy when he went back home to Chelsea still, but you got Tomori. But guys, we need to bring in Smallings as well because he's banging off in Italy as well. Just we're talking just talk about no centre back for England. You got Smallings and Tomori. I don't know how old Smallings is. They're
early 30s, 33, something like that.
Yeah,
it's about the same age as Phil Jones, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about the same age as Phil Jones.
But
to be fair,
he is on form right now. So we're talking about they have to play Harry Maguire. You got 2 footballers who are in for Serie A doing the business. Is it worth it? I don't know. And then you got Napoli, bro. They're going on Messi right now, bro. They're going on they're doing absolutely. I know what you're going to say. I know.
Hold on.
Yeah, go.
Let me just cut in there. Napoli. What's going on in Serie A for Napoli? Because who's top?
Napoli.
Oh, Napoli are top.
Yeah.
By how many points? So is it close or what?
Let me just make sure I get it right. It's not that close because they're beating everybody, bro. I think they're literally beating everybody. Let me double check the table.
2 points. Yeah, they're top by 2 points.
2 points over Atalanta. Yeah.
And Udinese. And then...
Well, Rev, as you know, Serie A, a lot of twists and turns happen in Serie A. So, you know, Napoli, as I said, Raj, you know what I said? They've been here before. Napoli have got to like the week before the season ends.
Yeah.
And thrown it away and stupid things like that. So, you know, but I hope, you know, for the memory of Maradona, you know what I mean? They've named the stadium after him. You know, blah, blah, blah. Just for that alone, that would be a good thing still.
Yeah.
They lost a few players as well. They did lose a few players. I'm glad to see that Ndombele is doing good for them. Because clearly, as I told you, you go to Tottenham and you spoil your career, bro. But you know, he's left Tottenham and he's gone to play in the team and he's playing. He's looking like the player that Tottenham bought. You know what I mean?
You know, there is a guy. It's interesting. Napoli's lost. Osman got injured against Liverpool. Yeah, he hasn't come back. Yeah, but they got this Georgian youth who they got for something like stupid money, like 15 million or something stupid like that. He is going on like the new.
Yeah, he's cold as well.
He's going on serious, and you've got Simone's son who was banging out.
Simone's son's going on because I bought him in the summer, and
so he's coming.
I've been watching him. I've been watching him for a few seasons, and he bangs off. He does bang off.
He's a finisher, bro. He's straight finisher.
Yeah, he does bang off. You can't believe his dad.
Bro, listen, man.
Because his dad was so different. Dad was just a fouler, bro. I never rated Simone. I never rated him really.
It's just, he's the one before Mascherano. You get me, still. You know that. He was that
typical Argentinian player. Aggressive. Aggressive. Not the greatest footballer. Decent, but not, you know, overly talented. But he could do a job, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be interesting. And then you got Inter. They've been doing terrible.
Bro, I think Inter need to get rid of the manager. I don't think he's big enough. He could never fill Conte's shoes. I don't think he's big enough for the job, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
They did the job in the against Barca. I don't know if Haych thought it was gonna be a easy 3 points there, but they were a bit fortunate against Barca, to be honest, because
Barca played them.
I think Barca have been unlucky. Barca have been unlucky in the Champions League, to be fair. They should have done Bayern Munich's dance. They should have done Bayern Munich's dance in the first half. Lewandowski should have banged off a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Standard, that is. I didn't see the Inter game, but I did see, again, Barca had chances. So, you know, when we go Camp Nou, it's going to be a different thing. That's what I know, because Barca ain't no joke this season. As much as they've lost in Champions League, like any team can lose and still win it, so that's not really nothing to say anything about. Real Madrid lost to Sheriff, if you remember, last year, and still went on and won it. So
no big thing, no
you
big
know,
thing.
It's no big thing. Get through and get into the knockout stages, and it's the lottery.
And then also, guys, you slip over to before we just touching this stuff before we get into the Premier League. But you had Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund.
Dortmund last minute, innit?
Yeah, last minute draw. You know what I'm saying? And
Dortmund they never beat Bayern. They always get a point or lose.
They were lucky to get the draw. To be honest,
how did Jude play?
How did you?
Jude. He
played, but it looks like a dirty game. I was watching the highlights and it looked like some
loads of yellow cards. Everything.
Just.
That game though in Germany. That game though.
It's when you see Gerd Muller. You should have seen his response. I don't know if he's not Gerd Muller. The goalkeeper. Oliver Kahn. What is Gerd Muller for?
Gerd Muller is dead, bro. I'm thinking, what's going on?
What? Is it right? Oliver Kahn. He should have seen how he responded when Borussia Dortmund scored. He went ballistic, bro. Like it was like he was manager. He just went like, you know, that whole incredible Hulk maneuver. Just like he just jumped off his chair, man. He was fuming. He was absolutely fuming. I hate to be.
Probably reminds him of when Man United won the Champions League and the last minute. And Q4 was licking the floor.
PTSD.
Flashbacks and that. Flashbacks, last minute and that, and it's the same thing. coasting, thinking, yeah, looking forward to the weekend, beat Dortmund, go home, bam.
Last minute, man.
Last minute.
Had a man sent off as well.
Yeah. Bayern with a few minutes ago, but it was winning. And to be honest, they should have took the lead. I like the way. I think they're trying to move on from Lewandowski. You can see Bayern's not really made it. Yeah,
you have to, though. You have to. They've got no choice.
Yeah,
Mane is not Lewandowski.
Yeah, yeah.
And Lewandowski is not Mane, with no disrespect, because you have to give Mane his props at the end of the day. So you're gonna have to adjust. If you was looking to buy Mane to be a direct replacement, it was the wrong move. Should have bought Cristiano Ronaldo.
Straight.
You know what I mean?
But
the German league.
But the thing is, people like Musiala is coming through right now still. Yeah, very slick.
Very good baller, very technical.
Yeah, very skillful guy.
Very technical player.
Very agile, man.
Yeah.
How did he play? Did he play?
Yeah. He played. It's weird, guy.
Did he play better than Bellingham? Did he shine more than Bellingham, or was it 50-50, would you say?
I think Jude done him, You remember when Jude got a yellow card? Yeah, Jude just done him over, bro. Don't even left
Jude
him
played
flat.
well, man.
Was the brethrens in it? The two brethrens come up together.
Come up in the England ranks and all them kind of things.
Yeah, come up when my man chose Germany.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of him.
Yeah, so is Adolf.
For when black players are picking Germany over England, bro, times are changing, bro. This is
real talk,
bro.
Real talk. That is.
Times are changing, but we're looking at it. So there's some great things happening. What else? France, I think, did PSG get through their game? I'm sure they did.
The drew, I think.
Yeah, they drew.
They went down to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Neymar's missed an absolute sitter. But other than that, I watched the game, actually, funny enough. I did watch the game.
Yeah.
And obviously, Champions League, rested. Neymar was rested. No Messi. Messi was injured. Mbappe played quite a few unknown players that I've never really seen before. Didn't really work out. Reims was interesting because Balogun from Arsenal was there. Did all right. Didn't really get any sniffs at goal. Only Neymar and Mbappe have scored more goals in France than him this season. So, from an Arsenal perspective, he's doing well. He looks sharp. He kept Marquinhos on his toes. But PSG, they had Ramos sent off as well. Absolute madness that was.
Ramos got sent off again.
He didn't deserve it. It was a mad one.
Okay.
I think he got the yellow card, and someone said something, and the referee's just gone bam, bam. Off.
Okay. Wow.
One of those. But other than that, it was a quite a disappointing game. But the Farmers League, Marseille lost at home. They're the nearest challenge. They lost at home to some Pla team. So,
that's what.
I don't really watch. After that, I'll just watch it for the sake. You might see a good player here and there, and have a watch. But Nice, I watch out for Nice, but I didn't even know what's going on with Nice at the moment because there's a lot of players at Nice. Aaron Ramsey, Casper,
Schmeichel,
Pepe, Nicolas Pepe.
Yeah,
there's a few players there from Premiership experience. So I'm quite interested, but they were struggling. They've been like, I don't know if they've got new owners because they kind of started to splash some cash, started to spend and bring in some players.
I think he's British. I think he's a British owner or a guy who's connected to England or something like that. I think he wanted to buy Chelsea at one point. He was trying to get into the Chelsea team.
Okay.
I think he's got some dough then. But either way, guys, though, that's what's happening around the place. Did we deal with Serie? What happened? Barcelona scraped through 1-0. Real Madrid, did they win this weekend?
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0.
Away to Getafe.
Look at local derby, man. Yeah.
The derby next week, isn't it? El Clasico.
Yeah. But Getafe, that's a derby as well, because I'm sure that's Madrid as well. Yeah. So it's Madrid.
Derby. It's a bit. It's like Villa versus West Brom.
Yeah, Coventry.
Villa versus Warsaw.
That's cold. That is absolutely. I apologize to all the Getafe fans, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not Warsaw. You're Coventry City. You're Coventry City, mate. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't. Warsaw, you know.
Oh, jeez, Haych, man, that was cold. That was Warsaw, you know, man. Forgot about Warsaw. Oh, shit. Right, I think you could arrange a friendly for that. Could we get a derby going on for Warsaw or something? Clarendon FC versus Warsaw, that's a little derby or something.
Well, that'd be funny. You probably know half the players there as well. That's a joke about it, you know what I mean? You know, all the little youths that they didn't make it a Villa and Albion and stuff in it. But now, the Spanish league, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna probably heat up next year. But it's interesting how, you know, Atletico Madrid, and Barca, the bad man, you know, because watch his flex. You see this Griezmann situation. Did you notice the one game he started that he played for the full game was against Real Madrid? So it's clear that there was a clause there to say you can't play more than X amount of minutes unless...
Yeah, you can only play 30 minutes a game, innit?
Yeah, but the thing is, against Real Madrid...
I was watching it today, La Liga, and they were saying...
they bought him now.
That's gone now,
Yeah, bought him. They bought 20 million. They're mugged off Barca, man. Yo, Barca bought him for about, how much? Was 120 million or something?
No, they have to, because they owe them dough in it. So, you know, does Barcelona paid Liverpool their money yet?
Yeah, no, it's gone to some debt collectors, so we don't own the debt.
That's the last thing I heard. Liverpool got their money back, but the debt collectors are on Barca's case or something. So.
Wow, that means if it was 20 million, it's 40 million. so when they
continue plays for Villa now. That's how crazy it is.
Madness.
And the thing is, you know, bailiffs them.
How much did Villa buy Coutinho for? 16 million?
16, 17 million or something like that.
What?
And Barcelona bought it for how much? 144?
Yeah. Something along them lines. It's ridiculous.
That's a wastage, man. Absolute wastage. But it's the way it goes, man.
That's the best bit of business Jurgen and Liverpool did, man, because they sold him and they bought straight in. Alisson, Van Dijk, let's go, have it.
Yeah. True.
Simple things, we're straight in, no stalling, straight in.
Cash went straight onto them guys.
Straight in, man. Yep. They went straight in, zoop. And that's how you do business. That's how you do business, man. Go in, see what you want. Forget the haggle. Here's the dough, bro.
Okay.
Like they did with Nunes, they didn't haggle. Liverpool came straight in. I like that. I'm having it too. Take it.
Yeah, man. Well, we want to stick to the subject now because we're slipping over to the Premiership now still, yeah? So we'll talk about the big game yesterday, Everton versus Man United. You know,
I knew he was going to do that.
You know, a local derby. You know how it goes. You know, like just dealing with Lampard will be just casual. But let's go to the other game though. Let's go to the other game. Right. So I actually thought that Liverpool did all right yesterday to kind of get back in the game, because after 5 minutes I thought it'd be just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be all over. 100%. There's a few things that came out to me. Is Fabinho injured? That's the question I want to ask people. Also, the question is as well, Trent's under pressure. He's not doing nothing that he wasn't doing like a couple of seasons ago. What is different now? Or is everybody's just worked out that they can't defend and now everyone's attacking him? Because he couldn't defend for right up to now. And what annoys me is that, he's still young. If he can't defend now, he's not going to defend in the future. But the thing is, he can pass, he can cross, he can do all these things, Bob. I thought when he first came in as a right back, he was destined to be a centre midfielder. That's what they kept on talking about. He's going to move him into centre midfield. He's only leaving Martin right back just for a bit still. But obviously, it is what it is. And is Salah suffering now because we found out who is the real G at Liverpool? That was Mane. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So is he suffering now because Mane is not there? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of questions about Liverpool. And Hendo, has he passed it? So many questions I have about Liverpool, but also Arsenal is going to win the title at this rate. Don't try and gas up my man. Don't try, gaslight it up. Don't try that, me, bro. Is this geezer for real,
Have a word with Roger, bro.
That's
What are you talking to? Man's a veteran in this thing, you know, family.
Crazy. Try to draw you out, yo.
Got to draw man out. Yo, gas. You must speak my names.
Yo,
you must think I'm a Tottenham fan right there, fam. No. Big gun specialist right here, fam.
Yo,
you get me? Don't draw me out like that. But you know, none of that. Listen, it's going to the Etihad. It's staying in the Etihad. If you don't stay in the Etihad, something's wrong. Something's wrong. That's all I can say. If you don't stay in the Etihad, something's wrong. You know. But going to the game, I didn't watch the game. I was at work. From the highlights I saw, I just got, as I said on the group, I'm being honest, from what I saw, I've only seen highlights, so I can't really see what Liverpool didn't do, what they was normally doing. I heard something about Tamiyasu having Salah in his pocket, got subbed early. Don't know what Klopp was doing there, they were saying. But as I said, to be fair, I felt Liverpool could easily have been given a penalty for the handball with Gabriel. Because
Gabriel was getting
with Gabriel, because I saw the day before, Newcastle was given a penalty for the same kind of thing. I think a penalty went against them for exactly the same thing. So I think Arsenal got away with a trick there. Nobody really talks about it, but I think it could have made a difference. There's a difference between 3 points and a point. You know what I mean? So, but on the whole, for me, Arsenal beat Liverpool. It wasn't a convincing thing to say. For me anyway. We're there now. We beat Liverpool. We're the second team now. It's us and City. No, none of that. You know what I mean? I think we're just lucky to play Liverpool going through the thing what they're going through right about now. If I'm being really truthfully honest with you. I think Liverpool from a full squad, you know, can do damage, really and truly. Going to what you're saying, what's Trent? You know my thoughts on Trent. Going forward, absolutely smashing. Defensively, dire. Absolute dire. And me, I'm old-fashioned. You're a defender. Your first priority is to defend.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You got to defend first. Bringing on Gomez. Did Trent get injured?
Yeah, he got injured because of the Martinelli challenge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He never recovered after that. My gosh, so you got Trent and Diaz out.
Yeah, Diaz out until after the
World Cup, bro.
And then Trent's out.
That's a wound. That is, bro. That is wound because Diaz was.
Was Diaz at the World Cup though? Is Colombia's not in the World Cup, are they?
Yeah.
No, I think so.
They are. I think they are. You know, I think it's like Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, and then I don't know who the fourth team is.
You sure? Because I'm sure it's Ecuador. You know.
Nah, there's 4 teams, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
They get 4 teams. Brazil, Argentina.
Uruguay not there, are they?
Yes, Uruguay is there.
Nah, I swear Colombia's there.
Nah, man. No. I don't. What is it? World Cup qualifiers. Oh goodness sake! Why am I suffering to put this in?
Oh no, they didn't qualify.
Exactly. And listen, South American expert here. You know what I'm saying.
The coach got sacked.
Sacked. Of course he is sacked, bro. If Ecuador made it, bro. When he got teams,
lucky he got sacked. Back in there, he got killed.
Straight. Yo, remember them days there?
True.
Yo, the Higuita, them Higuita days, bro.
Bless, bro. My man should be giving thank you, Lord.
Listen, man, Higuita and Frank Recon. You remember Recon and Aspria them days there? Yeah, man, them days, man, them good old days. But the thing is, we're quite fortunate with that. We just ain't got the World Cup. But I feel a thing that I'm watching the international players, the Brazilians, guys, you know, because Jesus thinks he's Messi right about now. Yeah, he's getting the ball and he absolutely thinks he's Messi right about now. The way he's taking on plays, he's got where did he get his confidence? And it's something
because he's playing week in, week out.
That's all it is. You know? He's always had this. He's always had this.
For a manager, why do you think Man City bought him in the first place? Because he had something.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, Man City buy top of the food chain. They don't buy them also fans. The new stars in Brazil, they're buying him, and that's what they've done with Jesus. But they just didn't play him every week. He didn't have the confidence to say you're playing week in, week in. Kun Aguero's there, so you can't really run him, man.
Yeah.
He's gone to a club now where the manager knows him from the coaching side of things.
Yeah.
Knows his abilities.
Yeah.
Knows his strengths. Know how he wants to play his team.
Yeah.
And he fits the criteria. But as I said, great. It's absolutely brilliant coup for less than 50 mil. That's business, proper business. That is proud of the club with that bit of business there. But my only concern is for everybody's clamoring saying, you should be in the Brazil squad. I hope he isn't. I hope he isn't.
Yeah, stay fresh.
I think he should be.
Yeah.
I think he should be. But from how it looks to me, Richarlison's going to get the nod over him.
Yeah. I think
unless he gets injured, unless Richarlison gets injured or something like that.
Yeah. The Brazil squad is looking. Just looking at the two teams, Liverpool and Arsenal. Look how many Brazilians were on that pitch. You know what I'm saying? You got Firmino, you have Fabinho, you have Alisson. You know what I'm saying? Add O at the end. And you got Thiago. You know what I mean? Who is really Brazilian. I'm saying. Then you got to go over to Arsenal. Jesus, Martinelli, Gabriel. Bro. It's unheard of having up to 8 Brazilians on the pitch at the same time in the Premiership, and it's a testament to what Brazil's at right now, because
the cycle of Brazil football is great at present. You know what I mean? I mean, when you're looking at it, I mean, I was watching Match of the Day yesterday, and a player I've had my eye on for a long time, and I've come on here and said Lucas Paqueta, and watching him for West Ham.
Oh yeah, he's going on with things.
He's going over things, and they were saying like how he drops it, he finds the holes in the lines between the midfield and front, and he gets that, and he said he had his best game for West Ham the other day, and West Ham looked sharp, but bruv, we'll go on to West Ham game in the next minute because that was another game. Oh my days. Someone has to talk to that geezer doing the VAR, bruv, because boy.
Yeah. That's
and this is what I'm saying. The inconsistency. Going back to the Gabriel should have been a penalty. Then you're looking at the other games, the West Ham, bro, Schumacher. But the Antonio one, oh my God, that was embarrassing.
But the thing is, you had Rashford as well. Rashford one,
exactly. Rashford.
That wasn't handball.
He was brought, but you see what I'm saying? But they disallowed that. But they disallowed the Rashford one. The Antonio was like volleyballed it through, and then we just know what he's doing. It was embarrassing, man.
That's the way it went.
And even the first one, the Schumacher goal, you could see he controlled it with his hand, and you could see he was looking kind of dodgy. Yeah, that's why he didn't celebrate. He's dodging it out, and he got the blind. Yeah.
He's a bit dodgy, man. But let's go back to the Liverpool game there. So, Haych, you kind of nodded your head about Liverpool not playing well and whatever. Do you think that that this set of players has gone past the sell-by date now, and you need a total reshuffle of the squad, or is it just time to wait and then watch the youngers come through? You know what I'm saying? Because or is it majorly you're gonna be like Man United from last season? You're gonna be like like last season for Man United. Is that this season now for you?
I think we have got to a point where we've been needing new midfielders. Henderson's been past it. Milner's been past it. We've had Milner for over 7 years. So since he was like early 30s, we've had Milner. Thiago, we've only signed one central midfielder since 2019. Jeez. Now for a team that also lost Wijnaldum and also likes to press and all these types of things, you can't be signing one midfielder, and he's 29 years old, and he was supposedly injury prone as well since in the last 3.5 years. It's crazy. So I think it's a case of we need to sign midfielders. As I said in the group earlier, we need to sign midfielders this summer. Fresh young talent. Harvey Elliott coming back, and Carvalho and Nunes, and great stuff. Our attackers, I'm not even worried about our attackers, I'll be honest. Even with Mane gone, I'm not worried. It's our midfield. And the players are getting older. Van Dijk isn't commanding as he was before. He's just letting the game pass him by to a degree. And I don't know if that's because of
the World Cup, bro. His World
injury,
Cup.
World Cup. I don't know what it is.
He missed the Euros, bro. He's missed the Euros, and he's screwing when he missed the Euros last time because of
so he's affected us.
Yeah,
it's affecting. Like for me, I'd rather not play him. If he's gonna play how he's been playing for the whole, I'd rather play when Konate is back, play Matip, and just run it that way. If Virgil wants to play like that, I think back to you made a couple of points earlier saying Trent not defend. I think Trent's just lazy. I'll be honest. I don't think it's a case of he can't defend. I think he's really lazy. He's so lazy. Every time he tries, every time the ball goes past him, he's just like, I'm not gonna get there. Let me just jog and just look like I'm doing something. But he's lazy. He's an absolute lazy right back, which is crazy defensively. And attacking wise, he's good, but again, he needs time, he needs space on the ball, and that's why he wouldn't work in the central midfield. And then our systems change. We used to, back in a year ago, 2 years ago, you'd have someone covering Trent's position, whether that be Hendo, whether that be Wijnaldum, when Trent goes forward, someone's covering that. Now, we ain't got no man covering that, so it looks even worse. It looks like Trent's just always out of position, but that's just how we play our football. So, because even Simicast yesterday was out of position so much, and the ball was just going down, but they just weren't attacking that side. It's just like, let's focus on Trent. And then Gomez comes on more defensive than that. And he did quite well against Martinelli when he came on, I would say. And I'd start Gomez. But yeah, Henderson's past it, already said that. And I think we just didn't refresh the squad. It's not a whole, we don't need to do everybody. We don't need a whole, we've got attackers who are 25 and under, about 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. We don't need that. We've got centre-backs in Gomez, Konate, we could say we need one more. And Trent just turned 24. But it's centre midfield. All our midfielders are over the age of 27, 28. The ones that started yesterday are 30 plus. The ones that came on yesterday, 30 plus.
What's happened to Ox?
Ox is injured. Ox had a great 2017, 2018. And ever since that point, he's just been injured. And he gets injured in pre-season, so we don't sell him. It's magical. Like every single pre-season, he gets injured and is out for months. And his contract's up in the summer. So Ox is injured, Cater's injured, or whatever's going on with him.
Well, do you think Ox will get a new contract, bro?
No, not at all. He's not worth it. He's on like 100 and something K at the moment.
No.
No one's paying Ox that amount of money coming out of, unless it's a Nottingham Forest or someone coming up again trying to do a Lingard type thing. No one's paying him that kind of money, so we're not going to give him that money just to him to be injured or play 10 games a season. It doesn't make any sense. So I think for us, we're in a bad cycle at the moment, integrating players like Nunes, new system, but we ain't got the legs in midfield, and that's where we just keep. I'm not worried about us scoring. I'm always worried about when they attack us.
Yeah, because Nunes looked like he's a lively brother yesterday, man. I liked his movement. Firmino, it seems like he's pushed Firmino, and I think Firmino has never been pushed as a striker. I'm seeing Firmino bang off, and I never really see him. It's like before, he says, you don't really need to score, just sit up Mane and Salah. Now he needs to score because he'll be on the bench if he doesn't. So Nunes and Jota, he just didn't seem his usual self. Jota's a guy who you always see him get a chance, but he never really seemed like that. What's happened to him?
To be fair, he played well, but as soon as Diaz came off and we had to move him to the left, I think things changed at that point. Okay. I think that's when it was like, okay, because he was dropping in the little hole and that, getting the ball and those sorts of things, and then he set up Firmino's goal. So he was playing well, and then Diaz gets injured, got to take him off, and then now he's on the left hand side. So I think that's what kind of messed him up yesterday. And then Klopp making mad decisions. You're taking off Salah for Fabinho, putting Hendo right wing. After Thiago's played a 3-on-1 handicap match in the middle of the park. Because Hendo don't know what he's doing. It's crazy. And then back to kind of Hendo a little bit in terms of like the comments that he's made to Gabriel. I'm not too sure if they're racist or not. And the reason why I say that is because...
So what the comments actually come out? Because I'm seeing something...
Nah, it hasn't come out, but like... managers have been making like comments and stuff. So Klopp was like, it's with the FA, I can't comment on it. But then Arteta was like, they asked him about the comments. He was like, certain things we just leave on the football pitch. which to me doesn't make it seem like it's a racial comment. Because you're not saying that if it's a racial comment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just that's a bit of a weird one anyway. But I think all in all, the manager's tired. I think we've had the same cycle of especially midfielders for the last 3-4 years. They're tired. I just think it's just we need a refreshing. We need young blood across the pitch, not just in let's get a couple of attackers this summer. Then last summer we'll get a young centre back and young left. Like we need fresh blood across the board.
You need two straight away, two fresh midfielders. Like I said, two on it. But what you got to be careful of is that you got to get out of this rut, because nobody ain't coming to no club about 16th. He's 16th in the table, because right about now, bro. Auntie mentioned about West Ham, and I'm looking at other teams. I'm looking at Man United centre midfield. I'm literally looking at other teams. Like, you're looking at Brentford of the world, and you're looking at all these other teams, and they got better centre midfielders than us. It's only because we got Casemiro, and it's just saved our life. Because on a real, like, when Casemiro comes on the pitch, and I was listening to a comment, and so I don't want to fly over to the Man United game, but the thing is, the guy said, one of the commentators, I think it's from Stratford Paddock or something like that. Yeah. Them guys there, and the guy said, it's like watching Fred. He makes mistakes, but it's Fred. But you put all his stats up, so he covers his own mistake, and he can actually pass at the same time. So he pushes the thing, but he covers his own kind of like his tackles, his body, and he became man of the match on his first start. And you're like, that's all you want, but it's just a proper centre midfielder like that. But again, we spent a lot of money on him, but there's a lot of young French blood. There's a lot of French boys. Look at Everton and that big, massive, overgrown youth. They got, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's brilliant, but what I'm saying, he had something to midfield. If you wanted some energy in there, bro, he'll do a job.
Man United's goals was 2 mistakes, innit?
Yeah.
Woeful. Woeful.
I would say, like, with us though, we need world-class midfielders. That's why Jude is like, it's either Jude or bust for us, I think, because you can't honestly, because if we don't get Jude or Musiala and play him centre mid, if we don't get either one of those two, any of the other midfielders that we get are just going to be below the standard. Because Jude's shown at an early age that he can take on the world stage, whether it be international ball or European ball or league in the league ball, and then Musiala's shown he can do the exact same. So unless it's one of those two brothers that we're signing at that age, that we can say, yo, this is going to be your club in the next year or so. Run your thing. Like, unless we can do that, then there's no point signing anyone else. That's my opinion.
What about Declan Rice?
Declan Rice ain't gonna come to us.
I'm gonna ask you a question, but would you want him?
I would take my perfect midfield right now would be Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Thiago. That would just work for me. That would just work. I don't need Thiago's gonna do the flashy stuff. Jude's gonna be doing the running. And Rice is just going to clean up the mistakes and...
But bro, that's like saying you want Zidane, Makelele and Davids in the same time.
That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. And I deserve it. I deserve it. That's what I want.
Or Seedorf, Davids and who else did before?
I need all of it. I need all of it.
But
this is the thing, like, we could have been building this. And this is where I think a lot of Liverpool's fans' frustration is that we've been seeing that Milner's been getting older. We've been seeing Hendo's been having niggling injuries for the last 2 or 3 years. We know Thiago's injury prone. We know Ox Keita or injury prone. Curtis Jones, injury prone. We know these guys are this. So if we're seeing it, you man must see the same thing. It can't just be us watching it and being like, yo, we need a midfielder. Every summer, we need a midfielder. We need a midfielder. Even after all the games we played last year.
Yeah.
You're telling me you don't need fresh blood in the midfield? After man played every game possible.
But the thing is, if you were in the game at Arsenal, it wasn't like
Arsenal dropped off though. Arsenal dropped off. That's what happened. They scored the first goal, and because obviously you didn't watch the game, Arsenal scored the first goal and then just dropped off us. Let us have the ball and just let us play. And then we got one chance, which I think came from a mistake, if I'm not mistaken. And Núñez crossed the ball in, Oh no, sorry, not Nunes. Diaz crossed the ball in, Nunes scored. And then we made a mistake. You guys went 2-1 up, and in the second half, we dropped off again. And I think that's why I don't think Arsenal win the league this year, is because there's those patterns of play where you get overly comfortable. Similar thing happened with Man United, and I think that's partly why you lost. But in terms of the Liverpool game, we had no right to really be in the game. Like, we had no right. We didn't play well. Like, we had the ball, but we didn't play well. But then Arsenal dropping off just gave us a split second where attacking players can just do what they're doing and set up chances. But Arsenal should have been out of sight from probably about 20 minutes, but they just dropped off us.
I was ready to see a Man City score after that first minute, bro. But bro, it just looked like the way they cut through, where you cut through Liverpool that first. I thought, oh my! It's so funny for Arsenal's second goal. Watching Trent, the way he ran over, bro, it was like, am I watching Sunday League football or something?
It's pressure, you know. That's that pressure. I think all the talk and all that, and footballers will say, we don't really listen to the criticisms and all that. Trent not being picked for England or not getting starting for England, then all the criticisms that come along with that from the pundits and the fans and all those kind of things, that gets in your head. So I think in that moment, the rush of blood was, I need to get back to playing right back, because people are going to tell me if I don't do something, I'm going to look bad. If I stay here, I might not be able to cut it out. So he's trying to anticipate. But I think that's all. I think the pressure's getting to him, and I think that's why he don't need to. Unfortunately, he's injured, but it might be a blessing in disguise for him to just take a break, not have to worry about football, just focus on understanding the game a little bit better from a defensive aspect. Just be in the lab and just be working on that.
So you don't want him to go to the World Cup then?
For what? For Southgate to leave him on the bench? Southgate don't rate him, so there's no point in him going. Like, he rates Trippier, but he rates Reece James and Carl Walker. You don't need Trent. Yeah. Like, if you're not gonna start him, you don't need him.
Okay, cool. So Anthony, you think that Arsenal's still got? Where do you see Arsenal right now in the season? Second or third?
On current form, second, ain't it? On current form,
yeah.
But as we know, seasons and there's times and things change, and you know, as I says, we're one injury away from a crisis in Jesus.
Yeah.
So for me, Arsenal's priority, get him to the World Cup, or if he doesn't go, that's a blessing. Come January, bring in a striker, and I don't want to get goalkeeper. I want a decent goalie, because I think Aaron Ramsdale's coming now. He's number one, and he's got it easy. And I don't think he's that good. He's that good to feel that he's that easy. He's not Dave Seaman. Let's get it twisted. You know what I mean? So
I think he looked better last year, you know, when he had Leno behind him.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now that he's number one, you know, you get his foot under the table.
Yeah. It's like Trent.
He's the man now, so he's got this American geezer. Really, is he? No disrespect to Matt Turner or whatever his name is.
He's kind of rubbish. But
come on, let's be real. You know what I mean? American goalkeeper, bruv. Come on, that means you couldn't wide receive, bruv.
Yeah, 40. But you see,
that means you can't wide receive, bruv. So they said, you know what? You go and play soccer. You know what I mean? Go and do something, man.
But you see, for me, what I liked about Arsenal, what I like in, you know, these new style of football where, I say new style of football, but the way they're very aggressive on the press, and now teams are actually passing against the press now, aggressively passing, and you're saying, obviously Man City's Man City with it, but Man City will go long, feel no way. But what I see, like Arsenal yesterday, there's some point where Liverpool did some mad press on them. And even Liverpool, there's one time Arsenal put a mad press on Liverpool in the first half, and I don't know how Liverpool got out, but they're just getting out, and it's just interesting watching today's football when trying to get the press, because back in the day, you know how it goes, Anthony. Man, press you ping it to the corner, bro. You ping it to the corner and turn them.
Fling it in the channels.
Yeah, man. Fling it in the channels, man. Feel no way, bro. Feel no way. But these guys are passing the ball, and as a fan, you're sitting there going, Anthony, how many times have you heard this? Don't pass the ball across the penalty spot. You don't do that. How many times? But the thing
don't
is,
pass it across your back.
Across your own 18-yard box.
How many times do you see that now with the top teams in the Premiership? They pass it round players. Like we said, guys, didn't you watch the 1970 World Cup when Brazil tried that and got caught out against Italy? When they get caught out later in 1982 against Italy, you don't pass round Paolo Rossi. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the teams are doing it right now. They're just passing, curling it round. Strikers, and you're thinking. Goalkeepers, well, Brentford got done anyway. I think Brentford tried it and got done twice at Newcastle. They tried some passing out thing anyway still, yeah. But it's just interesting watching them games anyway. But apart from that, Liverpool versus Arsenal, guys. For me, decent game to watch. Great intensity. Arsenal looks free-flowing. I don't know where they get this new midfielder called Xhaka. Where did he get him from, Anthony? You know, how much was he for?
Granny.
Yeah. I'm saying
we got. I thought
he sold. I thought he's went to Roma. You know what I mean?
Well, this is it. Yeah. But I
thought he took off the armband.
You know what? I've always knew Granit could play because I watched him play for Switzerland, and he's a different baller when he plays for Switzerland.
Yeah.
He's a boy. His left peg is second to none, fam. To be fair, when he plays for Switzerland, and he's starting finally after 7 years or however long he's been at Arsenal now. Right, he's starting to look like the player who plays for Switzerland. You know what I mean? But he's showing intelligence. He's showing maturity. Obviously, he went through what he went through. Swore at the fans. Don't think I forgot. But because I ain't, bro. Because you see, it's okay for a certain colour of a texture of skin to do that. But when a man turns up late, he gets bummed out the club and that. You know what I mean? For real. Which is the worst crime? Coming late a couple of times because you're the captain, or swearing at your fans because you're the captain. You tell me. That's what I'm saying. A man gave him away for free. Now he's down the road at Chelsea. Just saying. So, but that's not great. I suppose that's not Xhaka's fault. That's down to our tapas.
Okay.
But, Granit's looking reborn, to be fair. And I'm glad that he's doing what he's doing because I've always felt, as I said, Rod, we spoke before, and I always feel when Arsenal play in the big games, it's men against boys. In certain games, it's men against boys. And what stood out for me yesterday was, even though it was a men against boys that stood up, normally the kind of wilt. The older Arsenal would have wilted because it's that men against boys, but it's like it was really fired up and probably as Haych says, because Liverpool are aging and the youth of Arsenal, it's one of those, and it's just cycles, as you say. Liverpool are probably going through their cycle now where they've got to reintegrate players and look for new, fresh blood.
No, 100%. No, 1,000%. But listen, we ain't got much time left, guys. We've got 15, 20 minutes left. Listen, right, so, okay then, so Man United, Rashford, Martial can't last more than 20 minutes. But what
happened to Martial? How come he went off? Was he injured?
Oh yeah, got injured. They reckon in the warm up. You know what I'm saying? So he's got such a high scoring rate and assist rate, ridiculous for the minutes this season. But literally can't last more than 45 minutes. But then Ronaldo comes on. Score 700 goals. Well done, Ronaldo. Still, yeah, good left foot finish. Casemiro, man of the match for me. Rashford got robbed. You know what I'm saying? And then Man United made it again. But I had to almost switch off. You know the ones there, Anthony, where you just have to just pull down the tablet. I had to just pull down the tablet, and I just couldn't handle the last 2 minutes. I said why? Because we can't finish off the team. But that's it there still, yeah. When you look at some of the other games, you got Chelsea. Are they going to get back into this season? You know what I mean? And how do we stop Haaland?
You don't, man. You just got to score more than them. That's literally it. You can't stop. You can't stop him. Like,
no, you want to stop Haaland. You got to stop his supply, innit? That's all
Kevin
you got to do.
That's Kevin De Bruyne.
You got to try and stop Grealish because Grealish is on fire right now. You got to stop De Bruyne.
Yeah.
And Foden.
It's too much. It's
too much. As you say, it's just too much players to go. And if you stop them, you still got someone like Gundogan to stop. and if you stop him, you got Conceição, whatever his name is. The right back, who's a right midfielder, right winger, right centre forward.
With the number 7 on his back. With
the number 7 on his back. So, City play a different gravy, but
But you know what's interesting though? Like they were saying, like as many goals as Haaland scored this season, they were saying that in terms of the team's on par with their normal scoring rate. So what would normally happen is the goals would normally be spread. You'd have Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, De Bruyne, but all that's really happening is all those same goals are now being scored by Haaland.
The position, but it's like as a defender now. So it's gonna be interesting because Arsenal's got who's got Man City this weekend?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It's gonna be terrible. I don't know if I can watch it. I'll be honest.
I don't. You know what?
It's gonna be a bad game.
Is it Anfield?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad game. It's gonna be a bad game. It's gonna be a bad game.
Anfield, because
it's gonna be a bad game.
City do you at Anfield, they're gonna do you like fours and that because they don't ramp when they take you at the jugular at home. City, because I remember the last time they beat you at home when Foden was going on with funniness as well.
Everyone was going on a madness.
Yeah. So
I think the difference between Arsenal and Man City, if Man City were to take the lead that Arsenal took this week, Man City are scoring 2 more after that. They're just gonna pile on the pressure.
Coming for the jugular.
It's crazy.
They're killing teams in the first half, man.
I'm not looking forward to that.
They're killing. They just kill teams off. After I think they messed about with Villa. But they said, "Nah, we're not ramping now. We're just gonna destroy you in the first half, man." You know what I mean? And it's just not fair. You know what I mean? Absolutely, it's like Man United when we scored the goal against them. We thought, "Hey, let's get in the game, yeah." And when they just go pop. Ooh, they just shut us down, man. Just absolutely shut us down. You know what I mean? But it's just Man City will they win the Champions League? Will they win the FA Cup? The league? Can they do the quadruple?
I don't think they're winning the Champions League,
I don't think they will, because you got to remember this. The league's the Champions League. Haaland's going to have to, they're not going to play him every game. So, he's going to rest in certain FA Cup games. The City, I don't know. Everybody's, but Pep can beat himself.
Yeah, overthinker. The biggest overthinker.
Yeah, like he did in the Champions League final against Chelsea. He beat himself. You know what I mean? Because he confuses up himself. You know what I mean? So it's one of those.
But the thing is, Haaland's not going to the World Cup as well.
The one thing I like about Haaland, though, where you can see he's improved because the ball he gave Foden, that ball last week that across the 18-yard box, that was absolutely. If that was Kevin De Bruyne, people would be pairing. And you got to remember, because I've said it myself on here, but I said when we're comparing him to Mbappe and saying the difference, Mbappe has got that in his drawer.
Yeah.
That's normal for Mbappe. That pass for Mbappe is normal for us. But for Haaland to do that pass, that's an improvement in his game because he couldn't do that last season. He wasn't doing that last season. And Pep's got into him already where he's supplying others, he's getting assists.
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing,
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing.
Assists, bro. That's what I'm saying, fam. Because you look at that game, they were saying he only had 8 touches and it was just for an assist.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Something stupid like that.
Man City's got to be. One thing I noticed when Villa played Man City, Mings was very physical with Haaland. Very physical.
Yeah, he's gonna though. That's what Mings is gonna do though, and he's that old kind of defender. But I don't think. Like for instance, I don't think Arsenal's got Gabriel, but Gabriel's a clanger waiting to happen. So if Gabriel starts being physical with Ireland, he's going to give away penalties. That's all I know.
You're going to have to put Saliba on him or something?
This is what I'm saying. And I don't know if Saliba's got the physicality for that. Because Haaland looks awkward, bad stuff.
But the thing is, when you play, the problem is Arsenal, if you guys got the, because you guys got him you got Man City in 2 weeks, innit?
I don't know, is it?
I swear you don't play Man. Someone was saying you guys don't play Man City until next year.
Nah. They got Man City in a couple of weeks. Let me just double check that, man, because I'm sure Arsenal's got where we are now. October today fixtures. October fixtures. Arsenal, Man City postponed.
Yeah, they ain't got until next year. That's what I'm saying. They ain't got until next year.
Nah, that's a mug. It's meant to,
they ain't got until next year.
Nah, that should have been the 15th. That should have been the 19th of October.
Yeah. They ain't got them until next year.
Match.
I remember reading something about it, and someone was saying, yeah, Arsenal play Man City twice next year. So they can go on a nice little run.
Stack up some points. Lose or draw to City and still stock up the points.
Man, that means Arsenal's got the next games. They got some nice run, you know. Because sure they got Leeds, Southampton,
Nottingham Forest. Yeah, they're chilling. And then Chelsea 6th of November. Yeah, Arsenal chilling.
6th of November. Where's the Chelsea game?
Stamford Bridge.
Ooh, Oba.
And then away to Arsenal's got no games this season. This side of the World Cup.
Bro, stop watching my team and watch your own idiot number on there. So you hear me?
You got.
What does the Bible say? Don't covet the next man's team.
But it's gonna be interesting as we set things up for the World Cup, because the World Cup, they're saying that literally the week after the Premiership finishes, the World Cup starts in it. That's what everyone's
I can't wait, bro. I think it's sick.
What? The whole idea. Yeah.
Just finishing the Prem. You just cut off. So you're mid-season. So wherever you are. And then you got the World Cup. And then after all that hype of the World Cup and you get the World Champions, you go back to finish off the Premiership and see what I want. Yo, I think it's going to be sick.
But that's the mad thing, though. Like, you go back on the 26th of December and then you straight into the January transfer window.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And you're going to buy players?
Yeah, you go buy the player that you like to the World Cup in November.
Exactly, bro. That is sick.
Some African players get bought out, man.
I think it's going to be, that's going to be heavy, bro. And that's why, and for me, I think it's going to be one of those emotional ones that if Brazil don't win it, it's going to be emotional. Because I want Brazil to win it. Yeah, I want Brazil to win it.
But the thing is, Brazil's got, like, they're almost...
You know, like a World Cup comes and you just say Brazil because it's just Brazil. But I really want Brazil to win this. I really want Brazil to win the World Cup. I really want Brazil to win the World Cup. But not even for Neymar, just for the sake of Brazil, bro. I think Brazil have got a cycle of players. They've come back again and they're making the world know that we've won things again. Don't think we've gone away, you know. But if we have cycles, and I think they've got a cycle of players who can do what Brazil need to be done, and it's in Qatar, heat. That's in their advantage. Biggest threat for me, Argentina.
Yep, I agree.
But for me, when it comes to Brazil, do you think, when you looked at the the 3 R's? Yeah, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. Yeah. Now they won that World Cup together. Yeah, they had an opportunity to win World Cups before me. I think even after. I think all the one before. Yeah. But the thing is, it does that maturity. I think the Brazilian team is very young. Yeah, very young team. You got Anthony. These guys are all under 25. They're all 25 and under. Only one that's experienced is Neymar. Can Neymar carry these experience with these young attackers? Richarlison's young, Anthony's young.
I disagree, because you still got Thiago Silva.
That's Marquinhos. You got Marquinhos and all this.
You still got those. Alisson, the goalkeeper, is a very experienced player.
Casemiro's going to be going.
Dani Alves is still sniffing around, hovering. Even if he's not in the squad, I'm sure they'll let him in.
To do a coaching thing or something.
You know what I mean, fam? So, fam. So, I don't think Brazil will lack in that experience at all, but I really don't see. I think Brazil, it's their time, and if Neymar's going to win the World Cup, it's now or never. It's do or die for him.
For Neymar, 100%.
It's do or die for him.
No, 100%.
I mean, to be fair, he could even probably start the next one. He probably
run a central midfield thing or something.
He probably could even get to the next one, because the team around him, as he said, Raj, is a young team.
Young team, man. Very young.
The focus of them is still, and you got like Jesus if he doesn't make it. You got Martinelli to come through if he don't make it. Jeez. You got the youth Marquinhos at Arsenal, who's going to be a player to come through. Brazil's looking great, man.
But the thing is, you notice these Brazilian, I call Martinelli, Anthony, Rafinha, all these guys, have you noticed how aggressive they are off the ball? These guys, if you look at...
That's what you need, man.
Have you ever watched Brilliant football, though? Have you ever stopped and watched Brazilian football?
But the thing is, with Brazilian football, it's more. Is it as that? I know it's aggressive, but is it?
It's very aggressive.
It's been like that, and it's been like that from.
It's always
from
been
way
aggressive,
back.
bro. You know, from way back. Yo, bro.
But you know that press
you have
though.
them brawls after. You have them brawls.
Yeah. No,
regular.
the aggressive. But you see, when you look at man like Jadon Sancho, you more associate. You think that off the ball aggression would be more with the, in inverted commas, English player. You know what I'm saying? Then you would think of Anthony, but these guy Anthony is up and down and aggressive.
When you go and watch them Brazilian games, go and watch them Brazilian Sao Paulo versus Flamengo and them big games there in Brazil. Watch them challenges, bro. And a lot of them go unpunished. The ref lets it go through, bro.
Scarlet, referee's just like...
Referee just lets it go. Carry on.
Ref wants to go home. That's what ref wants to do. You know what I mean? You got some guns in them places there, bro.
And I think the difference is as well, like in Brazil, there's still a fight for football, and there's still a fight to be a footballer, to be a star. There's still that want and that hunger. Whereas in England, especially like the new gen of footballers coming up, a lot of them don't have that. A lot of them, like, for example, I look at like Sancho and I look at like Chukwuemeka, what's that guy that went to Chelsea and stuff. I look at them two kind of players, and it's nothing to do with them being black and stuff, because I look at kind of Maddison to a degree in that kind of same light. But these men are not hungry like these Brazilian men are hungry. These men like, no, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this strong. Sancho's happy. I think Sancho's happy to sit on the bench. Carney's happy to go to Chelsea and know that he's not gonna play a game, even though he could have been playing for Villa, like just to get paid. Like there's all these different kind of things where when you're English football and you're good, especially the generation that we're comparing to the Brazilian new gen, they're kind of spoon-fed. If you want to go to this club, get paid 40,000, 50,000 pounds, and you don't have to, start a game. Come, we'll pay you just to sit on the bench. Like I think that's what it is. That's why when you look at a Sancho or them kind of players, and you're thinking, why are you not pressing? Why are you not doing this and this? Because them man are going home and being like, you know what? Let me go back to the range, or let me go back to the mansion. Let me go back to this, and I'll do this for 5 years. My contract's 4 years. I don't need to go nowhere. I don't need to do nothing.
After 4 years, I would have raised 20 mil.
I could retire if I really wanted to.
I got my boot deal.
It's like the managers. It's like managers. When you see all these like old, especially like the old white English managers or British managers, keep getting jobs after failing at a job over there. Like even like Steve Bruce just got sacked the other day, just yesterday.
I think it's a brilliant point you brought up, bro, because I've been bringing it up for years. How can these geezers who get sacked in the Premiership then go back to a next Premiership team, and after you just got sacked in the last job, Big Sam will come in now and save somebody who needs to come in, doing his regular thing. And this is why the black players, former players, don't get an opportunity, because they're giving Sam 5 or 6 bites at the cherry. Steve Bruce managed Aston Villa, Birmingham City, and West Bromwich Albion just from the Midlands alone.
He's done Sunderland. He's done Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Hull. Yeah. He's done a very lot of clubs.
It's the English way.
Sheffield United. Crystal Palace.
It's the English way. It's the English way in terms of like awarding mediocrity. Like even with Gareth Southgate as well. Like look at England. Like people are guessing, he got to a final, he got to a semi-final, but no one wants to look at the run and how he got there. No one wants to look at the teams he actually faced. But then watch us come World Cup and watch us have to face some hard teams, and you're gonna see a whole different England compared to the rest of the world. I think that's what it is with the mediocrity in English football right now. Is just awarding people, footballers, coaches, whatever, for just doing a bog standard job.
Yeah, but by the way, Haych, there's no us when it comes to England on this show, yeah?
I don't even know why I said us, my apologies.
Tell him, bro. Tell him again.
You say it's them. As my dad would say, the English, yeah? The one there, so, straight up, man. But no, guys, listen, it's going to be some tasty, we're going to set up some watch-alongs, man, when it comes to the World Cup period as well. I'll go look at the schedule, actually. That would be just finding what the times are.
As I said, for me, Argentina, Brazil, Argentina. The only team I can see doing something from Europe is the French, really, because it's the blackest team there.
But the thing is, Portugal, bro.
And they don't look good as well.
Portugal.
Portugal, yeah. I mean,
because Portugal
can't forget Roger's cousins. You know, he's gonna have a fit if you don't call his cousins. So we'll
remember,
talk about.
I got French in my blood as well, you know, bro. So you know what I mean. So I can take my pick. But anyway, but you got but you see with
Holland, innit? Holland,
yeah. Holland don't look good though.
What's it? Don't look good.
Not with Van Dijk going on.
No, not with Van Dijk playing how he's playing.
No.
You know what? I think he'll have a better World Cup. I think he'll have a good World Cup because, like, I think what Roger says. I think he's so focused on the World Cup because he missed the major European.
Yeah.
He's played in the Champions League. He's done that he wants to play in a major tournament.
Yeah, show what.
So I think he's just trying to ease it. But then again, will he ever be as good as he was before the injury? People have to give him that as well. You know, sometimes he just doesn't come back as it was.
Some things are just mental though. I think for him, it's just a mental thing. If it's an injury thing, I think it's just mental. I think his body looks and like when he makes a run, he can go, but he's trusting his body consistently to continuously do that. I don't know if he does that. But it could be the World Cup thing at the same time.
It's 100% though. I think it's World Cup. Holland looks sharp. Portugal looks sharp. And Portugal, the thing is, the problem with Portugal
looks sharp.
No. But the thing is, if they drop Ronaldo,
they look better.
They look better. They look better. That's the problem, man. It's a problem because you got Rafael Leao.
Portugal manager. If I was the Portugal manager, I'd rest Ronaldo for the group stages.
Bring him in the knockout stages.
John fam. Yeah. Keep him fresh. So listen, Ron, you're 37. I know your ego and all the rest of it, but you know what? We got a good squad and we're going to play the squad around you. So we're going to let them do the qualifying. If we're struggling for the qualifying, obviously.
Bring you on. Yeah.
Bring you on, do what you got to do, and boom. But I don't really want it. So if we win the first 2 games and we qualify, give you 45 minutes, keep you ticking over. And then into the knockout stages now, horses for courses. When I need to bring you in, bring you on.
Yeah.
More than likely, you won't start, but you're coming on. Every game you're playing a hand in my game. Don't worry about that. Minimum 45 minutes a game.
No,
that's how I play Ronaldo. And if you can't accept that, you're not coming.
The thing is, Portugal is
if you can't accept my role, it's the team, because it's not about you. It's not about you.
But it's Portugal, bro. They're just emotional people. They have to play.
But bro, you know what? Emotions. That's the thing. People live on too much sentiment, bro. There's a new breed.
That's how you lose games. That's how you lose games, you know.
Yeah.
That's how you lose games. And that's how
the Bruno. I think the manager now needs to, like you said, make a decision. Will he make the decision? Because the reality show is that if they have all fit players, a fit defense, and a fit midfield.
They'll bring him. They ain't gonna drop Ronaldo.
They have to bring him.
The manager ain't got the cojones to drop Ronaldo. You're gonna have to bring him. Unless Ronaldo says, I've retired from international football, he's going.
Who would you play instead of him? Would you play Rafael or would you play my guy from Atletico Madrid?
No, I wouldn't play João Felix at all. I'd play Ronaldo, to be quite frank.
Over João Felix?
Yeah, because he ain't playing for Atletico. He comes on as a sub, and when he comes on, he's getting the bird from the fans. Him and Simone don't agree, and the fans think he's sulking, so they give him the bird.
Yeah.
Ronaldo all day long, bruv.
But they got options, man. They got Jota.
They got options. They got, as you said, they got, Bernardo Silva and all them kind of dons there. So
Rafael. Really imagine Rafael.
Portugal could be the dark
horse.
Yeah, surprise package. To be fair, I like the Spanish, but I don't know. I like Pedri. I think Pedri's rough. Was it you said Pedri rated Pedri was?
Yeah.
Pedri.
You got Pedri.
Is Gavi and is Gabi?
No. Pedri's the one that they're talking about. And you got Fati. If Fatu.
I know Utam Fati.
Yeah. Yeah. So if he comes back now into things, they got him as well. And and Barcelona is kind of gently. He's around Lewandowski now, so he's going to learn a lot from that. And so it's going to be interesting, his development. He looked good coming off the bench the other day as well. So you got some good stuff, man. It's going to be, bro, guys, World Cup, man. So I'm going to check out the thingamabobs. Who's going out there, man? Who's going to be outside the game? You know, Everyone gone quiet now. I was like, "Where's the tickets, Raj?"
To Qatar? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good over here. I'm so good in my yard.
I like my seats. I got the best seats in the house, bro. Because in my seats, watching the game, I can pause the game, go get some food, do what I'm doing, come back, press the button, and go straight back in. Don't miss a thing. You're good, bro.
Yeah.
You know what else I can do? I can control the heating as well. If I want it hot or when I want it cold,
if I want to get it in the stadium temperature, turn up the heating.
I can do that.
I can do that. If I want to turn it down and say, the aircon, we're good to go. You get me, fam?
A crazy experience, man. But listen, guys, we're going to end up for today's show. Thanks for coming through. Guys, we just found out the facts that Brazil's going to win the World Cup, Arsenal's going to win the Premier League, and Liverpool is going to end up 12th in the league, yeah? So Jude Bellingham's going to come to Manchester United. You heard it all here in the facts.
The draw out, man. Try draw it in.
Man United, my God. You don't sign players unless they're 30 and above.
Would it cost over 100 mil?
Yeah, we'll pay 100 mil for him. You know what I'm saying? But listen, guys, over and out. Listen, thanks again for this, man. Listen, guys, it's Roger Moore here on the show. Roger Moore Show.
Thanks for watching this content. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to Affinity Xtra 24/7 at affinityextra.com. Don't forget to follow us as well on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at /Affinity Extra. If you wish to support us or if you want supporting as an artist, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Affinity Extra, and don't forget to be